What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Let me post and pin this comment so y'all will know what I am talking about. Pin comment. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hey, everyone coming in. Hi. How are y'all doing on this fantastic Thursday? And what did I do? I did something. Look at me. I feel like somebody's grandma trying to... Okay, what's going on, y'all? What is going on? Happy Thursday. Welcome to another session of hashtag TBTT, Tax Boss Talk Thursdays, where each and every Thursday, right here on Instagram at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we get together as tax professionals talking all things tax business related, okay? So if you want to start a tax business or if you want to grow your existing tax business, then this is where you need to be each and every Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here with me. Hey, everyone coming in. Can y'all hear me okay? I want to see where this lag is. Hey, everyone coming in. If you do not know who I am Tatiani Favors. I am a tax business coach, which means I am a business coach for tax professionals. Okay, I've been in the taxation industry for 17 years. And I absolutely love what I do because I get a chance to help you all avoid all the mistakes that I made when I opened up my tax business over a decade ago, okay? So I realized that my experiences are not my own, okay? And I failed miserably and then figured it out so I can give y'all the game, okay? So here we go. Today is mainly for the aspiring tax professional, the tax professional who wants to start a tax business. Why? Because we're going to be talking about the June's to-do list. Now, these monthly to-do lists I put out every year starting in March through December. And what I do is instead of giving you the whole kit and caboodle of what you need to do to start a tax business, I break it down into digestible bite-sized pieces each and every month. So you'll have between 3 and 5 things to do every month so you can know what you need to do and have time to implement it. So by the time you get to December, all you're doing is crossing your T's and dotting your I's and preparing for the harvest that is coming, called the upcoming tax season, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all tag your people. If you know someone who wants to start a tax business, if you know someone who is thinking about starting any type of business, I'm here to tell you that tax business is the business for them to start. Go ahead and tag them. We're going to get started. Let me take a sip of my water first because I'm about to be teaching tonight. What's up, Coach? I got my cucumber water, y'all. I've been drinking cucumber water. It's good for hydration and stuff. I'm trying to do a little something with this health situation. What's going on, everyone? Okay, so this month's list, the June's list, these are the things that you should be doing this month. Now, I will say all of the monthly to-do lists build on top of the one prior. So if you have not, if you do not have access to the past to-do list, definitely click the link in my bio. If this is YouTube, I'll put it in the description box. The link to access March, April, and May's to-do list, because you want to, thank you, because you want to go ahead and if you have not started with these to-do lists, you want to start with March's, April's, May's, and then tackle June's, okay? So click the link in my bio to go ahead and get access to all the prior to-do lists because they do build on top of each other, okay? So let's go ahead and tackle this month's to-do list. The first thing, okay, that I want you all to do this month is I want you to start to develop your marketing plan. Start to develop your marketing plan. You don't have to finish it this month. We'll finish it next month, but I want you to start to develop your marketing plan. Why? Because you need to know now versus in December, okay? You need to know now versus later on how you plan on getting clients, okay? How do you plan on getting clients? How do you plan to separate yourself from other tax professionals? Okay? How do you plan on gaining exposure for your tax business? These are things that you need to start thinking about today, now, okay? Not when it's actually time to start advertising your business, but you need to start thinking about that now. And before, I know y'all always have this question, so let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room, because when I start talking about marketing in June and July, everyone is like, isn't it too early to start marketing my tax business? Not at all. Not at all. You all are getting marketing confused with advertising, okay? Advertising is under marketing. It's a part of marketing, but marketing is a more generalized term, okay? So advertising is when you ask for the direct sale. Okay, and that typically happens in Q4 or closer, and so that happens during tax season and like in December, where you're asking for the direct sale, when you're telling people, hey, give me money so I can prepare your taxes. I mean, of course, you say it more eloquently than that, but that's when you really are trying to make that transaction happen. Marketing, in a nutshell, because this is not a marketing live, but I definitely want to have y'all understand where I'm going with this. Marketing, in a nutshell, is the process of building the know, like, and trust factor. So if you are not familiar with the know, like, and trust factor, it's a process of getting your audience to get to know you. Okay, they have to get to know you, know what you stand for, know what your business is about, know what you are offering, all of that. Then eventually they begin to like you. And then the goal is for them to like you enough to where they trust you enough to become a client, okay? That process in itself is marketing. All of that is under the marketing umbrella, okay? So it is definitely not too early to start building that know, like, trust factor with your audience at all. It is not too early at all, okay? So you want to start developing your marketing plan. You want to, again, so we're going to go over these main 3 things that I already pointed out. You want to know now how you're going to get clients. How are you going to get clients? Who is your clientele? Who's your target market? What are you going to say to them? How are you going to appeal to them? Okay? Where are they? You know, are they on social media? If they're on social media, what platform are they on? You know, how are you going to get clients? That is a question that is a valid question, because if you don't understand how you're going to get clients, then when it's time to actually get clients, you're going to be like a deer in headlights. You're not going to know how. You're not going to have a plan. That means you're not going to execute. That means you're going to have a mediocre tax season, and then you're going to quit like, oh, this doesn't work. No, it doesn't work because you didn't work. Bars. I think I was a rapper in my old life, like in a past life. I swear I was a rapper. But anyway, so you want to know now, how are you going to get clients? Valid question, okay? Because everyone thinks that once you get a logo and pick out some colors, that you're going to post it and everyone is going to be like, oh, what? You do taxes? Here's my money. Here's all of my personal information. Prepare my taxes. No, that's not how it works. But people think that. They think they're going to make one post and everyone's going to be like, oh, you do taxes? Oh, I just love your outfit. So that's why I'm going to have you prepare my taxes. That's not quite how it works. Okay. You have to be very intentional about that. Also, you want to be very intentional about how you separate yourself from all of the other tax professionals. Okay. A few things in Q4, which is prime time marketing time. Okay. All the tax professionals sound alike, look alike. They're saying the same stuff. Like, your timeline is just flooded with people talking about their tax business. And a lot of people say, you know, I don't want to start a tax business because it's too, I can't even think of the word, but it's too saturated. If I don't hear the word saturated for the rest of my life, I am good. Like, if we're not talking about the ground after it rains for like 5 days straight, I don't want to hear about no saturation, okay? I don't want to hear about no saturation. Can you put that question in the question bubble so I won't lose it? Because I'm going to come back to that question. I'm definitely going to come back to that question, but I don't want to lose it in the chat. So put that in the question bubble down at the bottom of your screen. address me, definitely put that in the question bubble, because I'm gonna come back to that question. But people say, and what is this? How did I do this? Okay. But people say, I don't want to start a tax business. I don't want to get in the taxation industry because it's too saturated. It's only saturated if you enter into this business doing the same thing everyone else is. Okay. That's when it becomes saturated. And that's when it's like, another person is doing taxes out of nowhere. Last week you were selling waist trainers. Now you're doing taxes. And no shade to the people who sell waist trainers. I am not trying to come at nobody, but all I'm saying is, okay, you have to come up with a plan, because people will ask you. People are brutal out here. They will sit up here and ask you, like, sis, you was just doing this last week. How are you preparing taxes this week? What is going to be your response? All of this goes into your marketing plan, especially if you're known of doing something else, providing another service or providing a different product, and now you're trying to start a tax business. That's fine. But you have to prepare for people to ask you those types of questions, period. That's just good business. That goes into your marketing plan too. You have to figure out how you're going to reimagine and reintroduce yourself as a tax business owner now. That's just something that goes into your marketing plan. That's why this month I want you to start intentionally thinking about these things. You don't want to sound like everyone else, look like everyone else, say the same thing everyone else is saying in this industry, because everyone sounds alike and look alike. They just have different colors. I swear. It's just different colors. Okay. So you want to really understand what makes you unique. What makes your tax business different from everyone else, all the other tax businesses around here? Okay. What is your USPs, your unique selling propositions, things of that nature? What makes you so, separate from everyone else? That's something that you need to think about. Also, you want to think about now, how will you gain exposure for your tax business? What does that mean? Are you going to go hard on a social media platform? And then if you are, which social media platform? Are you going to be guest on podcasts? Are you going to be superstars in these Facebook groups? Are you going to pay for ad space and radio? Like, how are you going to gain exposure for your tax business? There is no right or wrong answer. But I will say this, wherever your target market is where you need to be. Okay? Wherever your target market is where you need to be. And I give y'all some game. So pick up what I'm putting down. A lot of people pick, okay, I'm going to kill this social media platform without even knowing who your target market is. You need to identify your target market first before you pick where you're going to go, where you're going to put all your energy into as far as marketing. Because what if your target market isn't on the platform that you've picked? Pick that up, y'all. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And so again, you want to start to develop your marketing plan now. Okay. Because it takes time to develop that. And this is something that people don't want to tell you. These other tax gurus out here don't want to tell you that it takes time to really develop a profitable 6+ figure tax business. All of this, you can have a tax business in 30 days situation. I hate that. I hate that. Okay. That's some people's jam. That's not my jam, because I actually build legacy leaving, long lasting tax businesses over here. Okay. Not no fly by night hobby type situation. And when you're actually developing a marketing plan and things of that nature, you need time to brainstorm some ideas. You need time to sit with things. You need time to think about things and change your mind about things, pray about some things, be guided about some things. Okay. Get confidence within yourself so you can have the confidence that you need to gain the exposure that your tax business needs for you to even get clients. No one talks about building your confidence and being confident enough to even say you have a tax business and let everyone know. I have so many students, okay, and people in Tax Boss Academy, which is my community of tax professionals, who when they first come to me, they don't have the clientele that they want So that means they didn't meet their financial goals. And it's like, okay, well, why didn't you have the clientele? Oh, well, I didn't really tell anyone I had a tax business. I really didn't say anything about it. Why you didn't say anything about it? And after asking why so many times, we get down to the root. And the root is fear. You scared to do this. Talk to your phone. Go live. Post about it. Talk about it on different podcasts. Seek out partnerships, whatever. You're just afraid to do that. So you even need time to boost yourself enough to be okay with talking about your tax business regularly and eloquently. Okay. And being able to and being able to answer people's questions when they have questions for you. Because when people are trying to vet you, they're going to, what's the process like? What's that? And if you're like, we get on a call and then, I'm going to send you an email. No, I'm going to send you a link. Like, no, they've already checked out. No one needs that. Okay. Like, so have this together now. Okay. The second thing that I want you to do, and I'm going to get to your question. Let me just get to through these 3 things that I need y'all to do in June. So the second thing I need y'all to do in June is to start executing your business plan. Start to execute your business plan. Now in May, last month, we completed the business plan. Okay. This month, I need you all to start executing your business plan. Why? It's because the quicker you learn what works and what doesn't work, then you can do more of what works and stop doing what doesn't work. Okay. Now you want to start executing on your business plan, because some of the things that you've already created in your business plan, some of it isn't going to work. It's a little thing called life. Okay. Some of the things you're going to have to pivot. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with pivoting, but you have to be aware that it's okay with pivoting, and you still have the leeway to pivot, because you want to go ahead and start executing what's in your business plan now. So by the time it really matters, by the time you start advertising, by the time you really start trying to actively get clients to give you money in exchange for tax preparation services, that you'll already know how to talk to them, where your market is, what's working. They like reels versus regular posts. They like 30-second videos versus 60-second videos. They like your tax tips, but on Thursdays instead of Tuesdays. This is testing time as well. This is testing time. And so I want you all we didn't spend April and May working on your business plan for nothing. Okay. We about to put that bad boy in effect now. Capital N-E-O-W. Now. Okay. Now. We're not waiting till December and throwing stuff at the wall and stick. No, we throwing stuff at the wall now. And what sticks is what we're going to then throw in our ad dollars for, to make our ads maximize our dollars and get the type of recurring clients that we want. Okay, so start executing that business plan now. This is the time where you make mistakes. This is the time where you figure out what's happening and get your footing in the ground real good. So by the time fourth quarter comes, you can be running with the big dogs too. Okay, because I'm telling you, me and my mentees and my students and the people in Task Boss Academy, they all the way ready for quarter 4. Okay. They's ready. You better get ready. Okay. Because everyone who has a tax business, quarter 4 is prime time marketing season. Prime time. I would even say, think about your Black Friday deal. Yeah, don't wait till November to think about what you're going to do for Black Friday. Start now. Pick that up. Pick up what I'm putting down, y'all. And the third thing that I want you all to do for June is to research and test drive professional tax software options. Okay, so I want you to start researching and then test drive. And even if you don't get to the test drive yet, definitely start to research professional tax softwares. Okay, TurboTax is not a professional tax software. It is not. Okay? So that's why I say professional tax software. Okay? Start to research your options. Start to research it. And I want you to consider things like what is your budget? Okay? And what capabilities do you want in a software? And I'll give you this game. So I'm giving y'all a lot of good games today, okay? I will say this. When it's time for you to choose a software, what I would do and what I teach my people to do is before you really start researching what your options are, create a list. Create a list of what you want in a software. So what's important to you for a software? Do you want the software to have an app? Do you want it to be desktop? Do you want a desktop version or do you want an online version? Do you want it to have business return capabilities, not Schedule C's, but like 1065 partnerships, 1120S S corporations, 1120s C corporations, those type of business returns? Do you want them to have nonprofit access, 501c3s, okay? Do you want it to have an interface where your client can upload their tax documents? What type of bells and whistles do you want? What is your ideal tax software? Also, do you want it to be in interview mode? Okay, do you want it and when I say interview mode, when the tax software has an interview mode, it helps you as a tax preparer get through the tax return a little easier. It's more so like it's very user friendly. So do you want a user friendly type of tax software? You get what I'm saying? Like write down your list of like what you want in an ideal tax software first, and then go look at what your options are. Why am I saying do this? I am saying to do this because you will start researching these professional tax softwares and you'll get so caught up with all of the bells and whistles that all of them have that you'll end up picking a tax software that it has all of these bells and whistles, but you don't even need these bells and whistles because that's not the type of tax business you have. Everyone in the taxation industry don't have the same type of tax business. Okay, like me personally, I love Drake. I love Drake for business return purposes. Okay, but if you're not heavy but for a newbie, Drake can be very daunting. Drake can be a huge learning curve because it's for the more experienced tax professional. It's for the more detailed tax professional who does a lot of business returns. I use Crosslink though for my business because Crosslink is known for high volume tax offices. And it has the capability of making sure of in one place, I can see all of my locations in one place, whereas Drake didn't have that capability. But Crosslink does. So those are two different softwares that I like equally, but are for two totally different things. So that's why I said, what type of business do you have? And then what type of tax software, professional tax software, will mesh good with the type of tax business that you have, or even the tax business that you want. Because what you don't want to do is get in the habit of changing softwares every season. Because what happens when you do that? You know, you always have to keep multiple tax softwares. If someone wants if you have a client that comes and wants multiple years prepared, then it's like, okay, 2021, I got to prepare it in this software, but 2020 beyond, I have to prepare it in these other tax softwares because those are the tax softwares I use. Okay. Also, if you have a team, if you want a team, you have to retrain yourself. You have to retrain your team on these new tax software. Okay. I'm not saying to never change your software, but what I am saying is you want to get as close to the software that will accommodate your tax business as early as possible so you don't have to play jumping jacks with the tax software. Okay, so that's what I'll say with that. I am taking questions. If you do have questions, put them in the little bubble on the bottom of your screen, And I'm going to review what I just talked about. Today, we are talking about June's to-do list. These are the 3 things that you should be doing this month, during the month of June, so you can prepare for your tax business and opening your tax business come next tax season. So the first thing is, and I'm just going to go over these real quick. If you are just coming in, definitely feel free to watch the replay because I'll go in deeper with that in the replay. But now we're just doing a recap. So number 1 thing you should do this month, start to develop your marketing plan. Okay. Start to develop your marketing plan. What does that mean? That means that you want to know now versus later, like November or December. You want to know now how you plan on getting clients. Okay. You want to know now how you plan on separating yourself from other tax professionals. Okay. And you want to know now how you're going to gain exposure for your tax business. Okay. You want to start to create your marketing plan. You don't have to finish this year, this month, but we definitely want to start that process, okay? The second thing that you want to do this month is start executing your business plan. Again, we spent April and May creating your business plan. Now it's time to run the play, okay? We have been in the huddle. We've drawn up the play. Now it's time to run that bad boy. It's time to run the play, okay? Again, and I will say these to-do lists, if you have, they build on top of each other. So if you have not seen the past to-do list, definitely click the link in my bio. If this is YouTube, click the link in the description box so you can get access to all of the prior to-do lists, okay? But this month, go ahead, run the play, start executing your business plan. And the third thing that I need y'all to do this month is start to research your professional tax software options, okay? Start to research your professional tax software options. So let me get to these questions. I know I had one. Marketing post ideas post tax season. Okay, so you want to, what are some marketing post ideas post tax season? Okay, so marketing, again, you're not advertising yet. You're getting, like right now is a good time to start developing the know, like, and trust factor, meaning you trying to get your audience to get to know you, to like you, and then ultimately trust you toward the end of the year to be a client of yours. So some posts now is always a good thing to do is keep up with what's going on with the government. You know, to be that person to say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what they're thinking about. I will always say, have the irs.gov website bookmarked on your computer. If you go to the irs.gov website and then go to the news tab, there's a news tab. Go there. That's content all day, every day. That is getting the information from the horse's mouth. That is giving you, and it will give you what they're thinking about putting out, what they've already put out, changes and all of that. That alone is content all day, every day. Another thing that I would do, honestly, is you see what questions people are having about tax season and tax returns and things of that nature. If you have a target market, okay, if you have a target market, say your target market is hairstylists, okay, what are the hairstylists talking about, you know, as it pertains to taxes? Or even more generalized questions that people are having about taxes in general. So, and how you can figure out those questions, what you can do is you can do a few things. First of all, you can follow people who are in the taxation industry who prepare taxes and read their comments. And there are bound to be questions under their comments. And like the larger people, like H&R Block has a page, you know, like these larger pages where people are actually asking questions in the comments. You can peep those questions. There are so many tax related Facebook groups that you can join and just look at the questions that people are asking. Also, and here is a gimme gotcha, you can Google tax preparation questions, the plus sign, and then blog, or whatever your keyword is, the plus sign and then forum, okay? And it will bring you to these platforms where people are actually asking certain questions. And what you can do is you can answer those questions via your comment. Via your content, rather. Via your content. So if you see that people are constantly asking about the home office, people are constantly asking about the home office deduction, okay? Then boom. Have a post talking about the home office deduction, what it is, how people can benefit from it, and just give value. Right now, you're not asking your audience to do anything except for maybe follow you or DM you with questions or whatever, because you're building your community, you're building your tribe, you're building your potential clients, you're building that right now. So you don't really want to ask them for anything because they don't know you yet. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're new. So what you want to do now is give value. You just want to give value. You want your page to vet you. Okay? You want a situation where if someone comes to your page, your social media page, they can learn a lot. Okay? They can learn a little bit about who you are and that you give valuable information. Therefore, it will really help you to position yourself as an actual tax professional, a knowledgeable tax professional, okay? That's what you want, because by the time December and tax season comes around, when you're saying, hey, give me money so I can prepare your taxes, and of course not like that, more eloquently, people aren't just going to say, oh, you do taxes? Here's my information. No, they're going to go to your website or they're going to go to your social media page. And when they go to your social media page, it looks real janky if you just start posting in December. But if they can do a few of these on if they can do a few a few scrolls up and see that you've been posting consistently for the past 6-7 months just about taxes and all of this and giving value, then they feel much more comfortable. And that trust factor is there for them to go ahead and move forward with being your client. You get what I'm saying? So right now, what you want to do is just give valuable information, okay? And it really also really heavily depends on your target market. But for now, just give game, give tips, and not general tips, but tell these people like what they can be doing. Because another thing is people think that taxes just happen to them. Well, no, you can actually do intentional things throughout the year in order to know what your tax circumstances are going to be when you file. So you can start giving those games, talking about their W-4s. How many exemptions are you claiming on your W-4s and on your G-4s? Well, G-4s is the Georgia, but whatever state you're in, just things like that. And start answering these questions with your content. You want to be consistent with posting. And let me explain consistency, okay? Consistency doesn't mean 5 times a day. And, I know we hear, you got to post between 5 and 7 times a day. No, let's take some of that angst off of our shoulders. Let's take a breath. And what I say is start with what you can handle and what you can be consistent with, because you don't want to be posting 3 to 5 times a day for a week and then 3 weeks you're not posting nothing. That means that you started here, you wasn't ready for that. So if you can only commit to 1 post a day for now, then do 1 post a day for now, because it's more, you want quality posts, not quantity. You don't want a whole bunch of trash. You want quality posts. If you look at your insights and see when your when your highest time is to post, go to your insights, go to your followers, and look at the time that your followers are most on. It'll tell you the time that your followers are on Instagram. You can look at your insights. And keep in mind that those times that you see are in Pacific Standard Time. So if you're in Eastern Standard Time like I am, that's 3 hours behind us, okay? So the times that IG reflects is in Pacific Standard Time. So if you're not in Pacific Standard Time, then you got to do some math and figure out when your most opportune time to post and start posting at that time. And it'll fluctuate each day. So make sure you're checking on, what time you need to post what time you need to post every day. But have that one valuable post, okay? Have that one valuable post. If it's Instagram, I can't really talk about the other social media platforms. I'm not really, good on Twitter or LinkedIn or whatnot. Instagram, I'm most present on, but Reels is definitely the name of the game in Instagram. I will say though, a lot of you are a little afraid to do Reels and to be in front of people like this or even do lives. So two things. Instagram now has a live option that if you press the live button, it is practice live. So it'll be just like this, but no one can join unless you say, okay, I'm about to add my sister in and I'm just about to, practice my live. So it has a practice mode, but also, you can do Reels without your face being in it, okay? If you scroll down my page, I have Reels where you could just hear my voice. You don't see my face. I have Reels where, it might be a funny video that I just put quotation marks on, okay? So you can still get the effect of Reels and the reach of Reels without having to show your face. And I know that's a huge thing for a lot of people because especially if you're new, you don't really want to be in front of the camera. I get that. But there is a way to do everything. Hey, I think I posted the other day, are you going to let fear keep you broke? You get what I'm saying? Figure it out. Okay? Do I have any other questions? That was a great question. I hope I answered that question. For those of y'all who coming in, hey, we are wrapping up. We were talking about the things that you need to be doing in June to prepare for the upcoming tax season. If you have not completed the other monthly to-do list that I put out March through May, definitely click the link in my bio to get access to those. And I posted June's earlier today so you can get that monthly to-do list. They do build on top of each other, so you want to make sure that you start with March's and work your way up until June. But if I don't have any other questions, y'all already know, most of y'all already DM me all the time anyway with your questions, so that has not changed. If you have not joined my Mind Your Tax Business Telegram community yet, go ahead and do so, okay? I just gave them a freebie today that I didn't even give y'all, okay? I have treats for the people who are in my communities that the general public don't get, and y'all not going to get either. I'm just IJS, and I don't feel no type of way about it either, okay? All right, y'all, if y'all have any questions, hit me up on my DMs. I will see y'all right here next Thursday for another session of Tax Boss Talk on IG Live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I see y'all then. Peace.